excited to look through this. If you recognize any of the games, let me know in the comment section. I wish there was a way for me to play some of these for videos because I would love to do that. Maybe there's a way I can. I'll have to do some research, but if I can figure out a way to convert my GameCube into like HDMI, I guess I could. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're new. But let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm just kind of taking a peek down in here, and right off the bat, I have, hold on. I'm trying to do this as gently as possible. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? Would you look at that GameCube controller? Oh man. The Wavebird. I wonder if this company is still in business. Wavebird, because this was like the best wireless controller back in the day. Of course, you have the fantastic design of a GameCube controller. Definitely more unique than any controller we had ever gotten at this point. Probably the most unique controller of all time, if we're being honest. This was my controller. This was my controller. Everybody else had a different controller, but this one was mine. I feel like when you grew up, or even now, everybody has their controller. Like, you get one controller, and whoever you're playing with gets the other controller. That one was mine. Let me see. Yes, here we go. Try to do this as quietly as possible. The GameCube, it's a little bit dirty. Hold on, let me just brush that off real fast. And look at this. I can hold it by the handle on the back. The GameCube. Come on, go into focus here. There we go. The Nintendo GameCube. I would love it if Nintendo would stop with the handheld consoles. I know that they're apparently supposed to be coming out with a Switch 2. Give me the GameCube 2, please. I would love to see GameCube 2. This would be like a good way for them to try and make it a little bit of a comeback to like the dedicated console. I've talked about it with like Pal World. Pal World is exactly what Pokemon could be if they had a little bit more like, computing power behind their console. I feel like Pal World kind of, or Pokemon gets kind of cut short, or, simplified a lot more than it could be if it was on an Xbox or a PlayStation or something, or on a computer, So I would love to see, let me see if there's anything in here. Oh my god. SSX Tricky is in the game. Hopefully it's not damaged. I'm gonna be a little bit more careful with that now. Let's go ahead and put this over here. And yeah, it looks like there's just a bunch of games in here. Let me reach down and grab something. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nice. We have NFL Street 2, and I'm gonna try and keep my grubby fingernails out of this. NFL Street 2. NFL Street 2. Boom. This game, honestly, I think I liked NFL Street 1's gameplay more than NFL Street 2's. But, I mean, NFL Street, I wish NFL Street would make a comeback. We're getting an NCAA football in 2024. I wish we would get an NFL Street in 2024. I'm not sure who did EA Big, which is not around anymore. I wish EA Big would make a comeback. Speaking of SSX Tricky, they were highly underrated game. We have Crush Hour. Now, Crush Hour was basically Twisted Metal. Oh my god. I just realized who that is on the cover. You have RVD up by my fingers, and then you have The Rock in the other car. This was basically like a Twisted Metal, but with WWE characters. You had over 30 WWE supercars. It was basically just vehicular mayhem. It was just like a vehicle battle royal game, essentially. It was like the early 2000s, so you had like people like RVD, Brock Lesnar, The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker. I think Shawn Michaels was in it. All of those classic early 90s. I don't know if like John Cena even had one. Kurt Angle, I think, was in it. I would guess John Cena would also have had his own car, but I don't know. Next up, probably the best Spider-Man game of all time, Spider-Man 2. And no, I'm not talking about the Spider-Man 2 from 2023. I'm talking about Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube. This game was iconic and really made you fall in love with the modern technology that came with like the GameCube and the PlayStation 2 and stuff like that. I bought this used, it looks like, for $25. So I wonder what it goes for now. Probably a decent bid. Keeping it with the sports theme here, we have NBA Street 2, Volume 2. Let me see if I can get that in frame. For some reason, the camera wants to focus on me. There we go. Who is this on the cover? Wow, is that? I never realized. Okay, so whoever that is on the cover, they have a Michael Jordan jersey on. I don't know if that's actually Michael Jordan or what. It doesn't really look like Michael Jordan. I guess it could be a cartoon version of Michael Jordan. I don't know who all the three of those people are supposed to be. But NBA Street, would love to see a new NBA Street in 2024 as well. Next up, probably my favorite Super Mario game of all time, Super Mario Sunshine. This game right here is a absolute gem. I will say, when I first played it, I was not really a big fan of like the flood mechanics and whatnot. But like looking back, I think this game was like way ahead of its time. I think I was probably in the unpopular opinion that didn't like it at the time. Of course, I was really young, so it was different, and maybe I didn't like different at the time. But yeah, Super Mario Sunshine, an absolute gem of a game. I bought the Super Mario All-Stars or Super Mario, whatever the triple collection was on the Switch. I bought it specifically for Super Mario Sunshine. As a matter of fact, it's still downloaded on my Switch right now. Another game that I played a lot of, and I wonder if there was ever a sequel to this. I don't know. Somebody might be able to tell me. Somebody might be able to tell me where this game came from. Battalion Wars. This game was so fun. It was like a little bit of it was like a shooter, but it was like a toy soldiers, almost like a cartoony shooter. It wasn't like graphic or anything like that. And it was there was a good bit of strategy involved in the game. You had to kind of like command different soldiers, and you could like put them in different places and switch almost like Battlefield Bad Company. You could, how you could like switch between was deserving of a sequel. I don't know if it ever got it. Reach down and grab up some more. And here we have the original Pikmin. Yes. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the original Pikmin. Good old Olimar and his Pikmin minions. Red, blue, and yellow minion Pikmin. Another game that I picked up, another remaster that I picked up on my Switch because it was just so good. I enjoyed the games of Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 was a little bit more enjoyable for me because you weren't like always being pushed and rushed in everything that you did. Basically, in this game, you had a 30-day timeline, and if you didn't find all the pieces in 30 days, you died. And I didn't really like that. Pikmin 2, however, basically you had unlimited time to find all the different things that were there, to offer. And that was a little bit more enjoyable, so I don't even think I ever beat Pikmin 1, to be honest. Let's go with another classic right here, and I wish, you know what, I'm actually going to do both of these together, because they are both made by the same people. I wish we could get a Need for Speed Underground 3. Oh my goodness, a Need for Speed Underground 3 would go so freaking hard. I would love that. This was probably, I think this was like when Need for Speed was at its peak. It was like Need for Speed Most Wanted came after this. Need for Speed Carbon, and this game right here, I think that is peak Need for Speed. I could be wrong. If you're a Need for Speed guy or a Need for Speed kid, obviously Hot Pursuit 2 was great. Hot Pursuit 1, I think, was the original. I want to say the first Need for Speed was just Need for Speed, and then they came out with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and then Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Obviously, great game as well. They had an awesome mode where you could actually be the cop in this, and you could chase down other people, other human drivers. It was really cool. Next, good old Animal Crossing. Yes, population growing. Wait, is this the original Animal Crossing? Move to Animal Crossing, the real life game that's happening every second. Yeah, I think this is actually the original Animal Crossing. Was there one that came out for like PlayStation or like the Nintendo 64? I don't think so. I think this is the original launch title of Animal Crossing, and everybody knows what it's become now. It's funny, my girlfriend picked up some Capri Suns from Target, and they had Animal Crossing. The Animal Crossing animals were on the Capri Suns. I thought that was cool. Next up, SSX Tricky. Here's the case. It is very dirty. Very dirty. You can see all the like smudges and stuff on it. I don't know what that is, but I'm not really concerned. Yeah, EA big. EA Sports big. Back in the day, man. What a great time it was to be a kid. The GameCube era was just so iconic. Another franchise that I wish would get a little bit more to its roots. The Sims. The Sims Bustin' Out was absolutely the best Sims game of all time. I don't know how to explain it. There was a little bit of a twist to it, obviously, with like The Sims. You have like, your virtual person, and you just live your life. This was a little bit different. You had to, there was a little bit of a storyline to this, and you would like move from Sims 5, I'm sure, is in the works. I don't know what it's gonna look like. In my opinion, it would be nice to have a little bit more than just living your life. Maybe a little bit of a storyline or something to go along with it to kind of give you a purpose for playing the game, if that makes sense. Looks like we have a couple more in here. We have Tony Hawk's Underground. Probably yet again. I mean, the GameCube had so many revolutionary games. Obviously, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was massive for like the Nintendo 64. Tony Hawk's Underground and Tony Hawk's American Wasteland kind of took that to the next level. Kind of took that formula from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and kind of took it to the next level. Another game that kind of got taken to the next level, and not really in a good way, in my opinion. Spyro, A Hero's Tale. This game was not as good as the original trilogy of Spyro games, in my opinion. Obviously, they remade the trilogy, and they did not remake this game. I don't know what it was about this game, but it just did not hit the same. I think they tried to be a little bit too ambitious, whereas maybe they should have just stuck with the original, the original formula of their Spyro games, which is such a great formula, obviously. Hold on, I have to grab one more group of games, and then I think that's pretty much the entire box, unless I'm missing something. Oh, yes. Pokemon Coliseum. This right here was such a great game. Such a great game. This was, of course, you got the legendary dogs. This was Generation 3, I believe. I know that you got this was Gen 3 Pokemon. It says unleash your Pokemon from story mode or send in your team from Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire. I never got to do that, but I bet it was really freaking cool to have Pokemon that you could train on your Game Boy Advance and then trade them to your GameCube. I never was able to experience that, but I bet that was really cool. Next up, I don't even remember us having this game. Okay, we might actually be into some games that maybe he had bought. Well, actually, I do remember having this game. This was Legends of Wrestling 2. This had, I believe, like literally every wrestler ever. There was so many wrestlers in this. You had obviously all the people on the cover. Let me see if I can name all these. From top left, I believe that is Bruno Sammartino. I could be wrong. You have Andre the Giant. You've got Roddy Piper. And then in the bottom left, you have Jerry the King Lawler, Bret Hart. Oh God, what is his name? Oh, Scott Steiner, right? And who was that? Is that Sid Vicious in the bottom right? I believe that's Sid Vicious. And then I think you had like some like late 90s, early 2000s guys in this as well. I don't remember when this came out, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see, 2002 it says. 2002. My stack of games over here is getting a little high. Okay, here we go. We have, I've never played this game in my life, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Is this like a, oh my God, it is. I think this was like a Guitar Hero style game. It it says one player DK bongos. Was there like a DK? Was there like a bongo system compatible with DK bongo? That's funny. Wow, I've never seen that before. A stack of games. I hope it doesn't topple over. Next, we have a really cool game, Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's not the Yu-Gi-Oh! That you would think. It's not a trading, it's not a card game. This was like an RPG almost, and it was really cool. It was like a turn-based RPG, similar to like how Final Fantasy was back in the day. Really cool. You got Yugi and Kaiba and the three gods or whatever. I can't remember what they're called. The gods in the background. I think they were called gods. You guys might know better. You know, some Yu-Gi-Oh! Experts out there. They had original storylines. There was a Yugi storyline, and there was a Kaiba storyline, and then there was like a new game, like a final game storyline as well, where they kind of came together. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pikmin 2. I won't go too far into this game because I already touched on it when we were looking at Pikmin 1. And not only that, we have Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Again, kind of touched on that when we talked about Need for Speed. Tony Hawk's Underground and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. We have a massive stack here. Probably my favorite game as a kid. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This right here was so iconic. I wish we could get a Sonic Adventure 3. The Chow, the way you raise the Chow garden and like the babies, you had an ongoing, like, I don't know, it was like a game within a game to like raise your Chows and take care of them and like race them and stuff. I thought that was really unique and really cool. And I wish that games would do that more, have like a game within a game, give us a reason to be playing your game. And this game right here gave you a reason to play the game. There was so much to do in that game, other than, just like your basic Sonic speed racer guy, And then last but not least, we have real-time strategy, RTS. It's basically just an Army Men RTS. Literally, it was called real-time strategy. I don't know if that was that, surely this isn't the first ever RTS game. No, that would make no sense at all. But the game was fun. You would have to go out and basically harvest plastic from like the yard and stuff. Like it was pretty cool. Plastic and electricity, so there was like batteries and stuff as well. Really cool game. I've always been a fan of RTS games. I wish there was a bigger market for that on the channel. I would maybe play a little bit more. Been thinking about getting into like Halo Wars 2. It would be really cool to see a Halo Wars 3 come out. It's been a while since Halo Wars 2 came out, but yeah, guys, it looks like, oh gosh, it looks like that is it. As far as, there's one other controller in there, but I'm not going to go ahead and pull that out for you guys. This was awesome. This was like a little blast from the past. I'm super glad that I told my brother not to throw this stuff out. I would have been pretty heartbroken. If anybody knows how I can get, as my stomach growls, if anybody knows how I can get my GameCube video captured, let me know in the comments. I would love to maybe implement that, and then I can get some classics for you guys recorded. I used to have, on my Xbox, I had an emulator, but that no longer works. They kind of cracked down on that. But, yeah, stuff, but it is what it is, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I don't know how long this video was. This could have been 30 minutes, could have been 25, could have been 40. I don't know. I kind of lost track of time, but I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all in